The Commonwealth Savings Bank of Australia, the bank for all the family, takes pleasure in presenting the show for all the family, Life with Dexter.
If money can buy it, saving will get it. So bank Commonwealth now.
For a car or a bike or just a rainy day,
Be sure to save the friendly Commonwealth way.
so listen to this advice and
Start
start
right today to bank Commonwealth. Save Commonwealth Bank Commonwealth now.
Katie Wilmot once said that Jonathan has a memory like an elephant and a figure to match. The figure part may not be true, but his memory could certainly put any elephant to shame. Now, tonight's story really began on a Friday evening at the Wilmots' residence.
Jonathan, what's the matter with you? You've done nothing since dinner but scowl at the mantelpiece.
All right, I'll make a change and start scowling at you.
Well, that'd be far more natural for you. You've got a scowl like an owl or a sick fowl. I repeat, what's the matter with you?
There's nothing the matter with me, but there will be with Dexter when I get through with him. I haven't forgotten he chiseled me out of a fiver when he fed some of his youth elixir to that dog.
Yes, he did make a fool of you. His elixir changed the dog into another dog, a Frankfurter roll.
It isn't so funny.
Oh, your face was funny. It had an expression on it like a stunned mullet.
Did it now? At least my face doesn't wear that expression all the time.
Jonathan, another compliment like that from you, and I'll bend this plate around your ears. Now forget about Dexter and come and help me with the washing up.
I don't want to forget about Dexter. I'll get even with him if it's the last thing I ever do. And as for the washing up, that's the second last thing I'll ever do.
Jonathan, you're nothing but a lazy, worthless, good-for-nothing... Oh, Jonathan, why am I calling you horrible names when you must be tired and worn out after a hard day at the office? Oh, my poor, dear, sweet husband. You just sit there quietly and read the evening paper.
Hey, what is brewing?
Why, nothing's brewing. Here, let me take off your shoes. Now the other one. There. Now that's better. Now let me put your slippers on for you.
I'm quite capable of putting on my own slippers, and if necessary, clouting you over the skull with them. What horrible idea caused you to change to a docile wife from your usual nagging self?
I filled your pipe, dear, and here are the matches. Why don't you just light up and relax?
How can I relax when an avalanche is going to bowl me over any minute?
An avalanche? Oh, how silly. Here, now draw on your pipe while I hold the match.
I suppose you don't mind if I even spill a bit of ash on the carpet?
Oh, of course not. Why should I mind?
Oh, brother, it's not an avalanche that's going to hit me, it's an earthquake. Katie, I think I know what you've done. You've burnt the seat out of my best pants.
Oh, I've done nothing of the kind. Is there anything so strange about my being a little thoughtful toward you?
It's so strange that if Ripley was still alive, he'd use it in his column. Come on, out with it, Katie. Don't waste time. Out with it.
Well, I'm sure that I don't know what you're... Well, all right. If you must know, it's only that... Well, I need a new vacuum cleaner. There was a salesman here this morning, and he's coming back tomorrow morning to give you a demonstration.
Not interested. I've just had a demonstration from you to end all demonstrations. If that salesman calls when I'm having my Saturday relaxation, I'll demonstrate how to make him fly over the fence without wings.
Jonathan, I thought you might like to go to golf tomorrow after you've seen the salesman.
Katie, I'll go to golf tomorrow after you've seen Death of a Salesman.
Now, look, dear, instead of behaving like husband and wife, let's behave like two human beings. Now, the fact is, I need a new vacuum cleaner.
Oh, rubbish. There's nothing wrong with the one you've got.
The one I've got was worn out before King Alfred burned the cakes. And to prove it to you, I'll let you try it out for yourself tomorrow morning while Jessie and I go shopping. Then maybe after you've vacuumed the whole house, you'll realize just how much I need the cleaner the gentleman will bring.
Dexter and I are going to golf. I'm not wasting time with any salesman. Hey, wait on. That gives me an idea. Yes, it might be the answer to how I can get even with Dexter. Thank you, Katie, dear. I will stay home and see your salesman tomorrow, and when I've told him I don't want a vacuum cleaner, I'll send him in next door to see Vacuum Skull. Yes, Dexter's a sucker for salesmen.
Mom, did you show Dad the new vegetable gadget you bought today?
A gadget? Jesse, you didn't get stung with another gadget.
It's a wonderful gadget. It strings beans, shells peas, grates carrots and other vegetables, and can also be used to sharpen scissors and cut glass.
Ah, well, fancy that. I suppose it also cures housemaid's knee and chews bubble gum. Jesse, you always fall for the slick talk of any door-to-door salesman.
Oh, you should talk.
Family, please don't have an argument. You know you're both suckers for salesmen.
Janie, it's very rarely I ever fall for anything. Your mother falls for some slick salesman on the hour, every hour. She's an all-day sucker.
Oh, that remark was most uncalled for. The gadget I brought today is something which should be in every home. It definitely works.
All except the glass cutter part. I tried it out and it doesn't even scratch the surface of any glass.
Yeah, there you are, Jesse. The salesman lied to you.
Hey, look, I'll show it you on this window. Now, watch, everyone. You won't see a scratch.
Oh, Ashley, don't.
Ashley, leave it alone.
It's all right. Let him go.
Nothing to worry about, girls. Went round the whole window and you can't see a mark.
Well, Jesse, I suppose your gadget strings beans and shells peas about as well as it cuts glass. Most unsuccessfully. And you paid out good money for
Judging by that crash, Jessie didn't pay her good money for something useless after all. But very often, as we all know, people do waste money. And because there is always the temptation to spend too freely when we have money for the first time, tonight I'd like to have a chat with all those girls and boys who are just starting work. I know that all you young people want to get as much as possible out of life. And so I'm going to tell you quite frankly how saving in a Commonwealth Savings Bank account can add to your happiness. All of you already know you can't do a great deal without money. And some things take quite a lot of money. Take marriage, for instance. Oh, I know. Most of you think that is something for the dim and distant future. But is it? Very many young people are married before they are 21 or very shortly afterwards. How many years will it be before you are 21? How much money do you want to have by then? When you know the answer to those two questions, you will know how much you should save each year in the Commonwealth Savings Bank. Believe me, the money you save now can mean a lot to your future happiness. So don't put off saving. Open a Commonwealth Savings Bank account next payday, and from then on, week by week, Bank Commonwealth.
Oh, Jesse, wait a minute. JG and I might play golf tomorrow.
Then you'll be very late hitting off. As well as helping your son fix this window, you're also going to do some vacuuming.
Oh, no, Jesse, no.
Ho, Dexter, yes. And seeing you're so keen on telling me how much more of a salesman sucker I am than you, it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
Just what do you mean by that?
Well, just that I had a vacuum cleaner salesman call this morning, and he may possibly call again tomorrow. I told him I was perfectly happy with my present cleaner, but I doubt if you'll be as convincing.
Oh, that is the most priceless thing you've ever said. I've never in my life been sold anything that wasn't an outright necessity.
Ha ha.
Daddy, what about the hippopotamus head and the 2 trunks of old gramophone records?
They were relics.
Dad, what about the man who sold you a dozen homing pigeons and the police made you return them to Hyde Park?
Anybody might have fallen for that confidence trick.
Would anyone have fallen for the hot dog stall with no customers or the Goider car with no engine?
Yes, Daddy. Or the genuine mink coat you bought for £5 that turned out to be dyed rabbit. Or the shares in the company making diamonds from plastic.
Not forgetting the man who sold Dad 5 waterfront blocks of land on the east coast of the moon.
Of all the foul, rotten, nerve-wracking, useless pieces of obsolete, archaic machinery, this old vacuum cleaner is it.
Jonathan, don't turn off that cleaner. And what were you just calling it?
Who, me? I turned it off because I want to move it to another PowerPoint, and I wasn't calling it anything. I was saying to myself that I don't understand what you have to complain about with this modern little machine.
It's about as modern as you are, and that's pretty ancient. Now, Jonathan, you'll think less of it than I do when you've finished using it. Just remember that I want to see a new vacuum cleaner in this house when I get back from shopping.
Katie, after the salesman calls, if you want to see a new cleaner, you'll have to go next door and see Jessie's. Yes, Jessie's new one. The one that Dexter's going to buy for her this morning.
I told you to forget about that sadistic idea and buy one for me. You'll look even funnier than usual if I ram this old machine down your throat and leave the hose dangling from your mean, miserly mouth.
Look, Katie, your threats don't frighten me. Instead of making stupid remarks, you'd do better with your time if you tried finding my gold cufflink. It's been missing since last Saturday.
And I've been searching since last Saturday, and I don't intend searching any longer.
Yes, if you'd clean the house occasionally, you might find my cufflink.
In that case, you should find it today. Now, I want you to be sure to clean this room thoroughly, and then start on the other
clear
round.
out.
And-
Jessie and Janie will be waiting for you. Lash them with your tongue for a while and give me a spell. It's bad enough me having to push this old contraption around without having an old contraption push me around. Oh, go on, Katie. Put on your hat and scram.
Well, Dad, I guess that does it. Oh, look, Mom. We finished putting the new glass in the window.
Well, that's fine. Now, don't forget, while I'm out shopping, I want you and your father to vacuum the whole house.
We said we'd do it, dear. Goodbye.
Boy, I wish I could stay home and watch. I'll bet Beth had to get sucked up with the other rubbish.
Listen, compost, why don't you be true to your name and go and spread yourself over the garden?
All right.
Now, come on, Janie, let's leave them to it. Oh, I can see Katie coming out of the front gate. Now, bye, boys, and Dexter, don't let any fast-talking salesman talk you into a new vacuum cleaner.
Not one chance in a million. He might sell one to JG, but not to me. And the only way he'll sell one to JG is to skin the old skinflint.
Oh, I'll bet that's the salesman. Now we'll see how smart he is. Yes?
Good morning, Mr. Wilmot, I presume.
Well, I ain't Dr. Livingston.
Yes. I'm Charles Chumley of the Cleanright Vacuum Cleaner Company. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time and demonstrate our vacuum cleaner.
Oh, sorry, but I don't have any vacuums I want cleaning. You see, I have a neighbor next door who has a vacuum you might clean. It's in his head.
I say, how wishily whimsical, what? Yes. Well, may I please step inside? Thank you.
You may, but only because I want to tell you how you can sell one of your gadgets to Mr. Dutton, not to me.
Ah, now, Mr. Wilmot, let's not be too hasty until you've seen this wonderful Cleanright model yourself. I see you've just been using your old machine, eh?
That's right, and my old machine suits me just fine. I've also got another old cleaner, but she's out shopping.
Yes. Well, what absolute delightful whimsy. I say, this cleaner of yours is mighty old and dilapidated. Noah's wife must have had a rare time using it in the ark, what? Yes.
Let me tell you, young man, this is a better vacuum cleaner than the one you're getting out of that case.
Yes, well, on the assumption that the customer is always right, Mr. Wilmot, I heartily agree with you. In fact, I've just coined a slogan for your machine. It puffs as it shrieks as it screams. Yes. Well, I'll plug in the Cleanright and show you just how amazing it is, what? Yes.
All right. Go ahead, but you won't get any dirt out of this carpet. I've already cleaned it thoroughly.
Well, I'll accept your challenge. Firstly, allow me to show you that the dust bag is completely empty. There.
Why do you do that? You're going to climb inside and help it suck.
Not exactly. I merely want you to observe that the bag is immaculately clean and empty. Observe, please.
Observed, over and out.
Now watch me press the button, and we're in business, as the saying goes.
I still say you won't find any dirt in this carpet.
We shall see, we shall see. Note how beautifully and quietly it runs. And the suction power. No other machine sucks like this one does.
And no other salesman blows like you do.
Oh, sniff the aroma of those pleasant moth-killing fumes which flow from a special vent in the Cleanrite. Note the complete ease of action with this machine. Even a child can handle it with no trouble.
Oh, that's good. The man next door has a childish mind. You go and sell him one.
All in good time, Mr. Wilmot. Yes, now you'll notice that I've only cleaned a portion of your carpet. But even so, I want to show you the contents of the dust bag. I'll empty the contents into this small square of white cloth. Now look at that.
Not much dirt there.
But there is some. Now, you must agree with me that if you buy one of these Cleanrite cleaners for the small deposit...
Just a moment. Hold everything.
Yes?
I've got an angle.
Yeah?
Now I know how you can sell one to Mr. Dutton next door.
Well, quite candidly, Mr. Wilmot, I don't think the Duttons are in the market for a new cleaner. Their old one isn't very old at all.
Ah, but this morning Mrs. Dutton's out, and her alec of a husband will buy anything. Especially after I fill your dust bag with the bag full of dust and dirt from my old cleaner.
Oh, dear, good gracious, well, why would you do that?
Now, just hold the bag open while I tip all this in, and then I'll tell you why. Have you got another new clean dust bag in your car?
Yes, I have, but I don't understand.
You will. Now, look, all you have to do is this.
Yes?
Go next door and give Dutton the same demonstration you gave me. Show him the new clean empty bag, but while he's got his back turned, switch it quickly for the dirty full one. He's so dumb he'll believe he got all the rubbish out of his carpet, and he'll be a pushover for you.
Mr. Wilmot, wouldn't that be dishonest?
Definitely.
In that case, I'll do it. Yes, I'll do it, but I haven't given up hope with you, Mr. Wilmot.
Oh, what I wouldn't do to see Dexter's face when you show him all this dirt. His mouth will be open as wide as the top of the dust bag.
Hey, Dad, here comes someone in our front gate. It looks like the salesman Mum was telling us about.
Yeah, well, he'll get very short notice from me. He won't even get his foot inside the door.
Hey, listen, Dad. Why don't you let him inside, get him to vacuum the place, and then tell him you don't want to buy?
Son, sometimes you come very close to a genius.
Oh, that's because I often stand near you, Dad.
But, just watch me handle this. I'll show you, Mother, I'm no sucker.
Good morning, Mr. Dutton, I presume. I'm Charles Tromley of the Cleanrite Vacuum Cleaner Company, and...
Come in, come right in. You're most welcome.
I am? No one standing behind me. Me?
Yeah, I'm interested in buying a new cleaner, and if it's the best on the market, I'd be very, very interested. Now, go ahead, give me a nice, long demonstration.
Of course. Hello, young man.
Hi.
Well, firstly, gentlemen, I want you to notice this clean new dust bag which contains not one speck of dust. See?
We see. Go ahead, put it on your machine and give us a demo.
Of course. Now, would one of you mind plugging the cord in somewhere while the other puts the old cleaner out of the way?
Oh, I'll plug in the cord over here.
Oh, all right. I'll get the old machine out into the kitchen.
Now to do the dirty and switch bags. Oh, I am a dastardly, dusty demon, what? So, that's done it. When you boys are ready, I'm ready.
Well, I'm right. The power's on.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Chumley.
Well, Mr. Dutton, I'm firstly going to clean a small portion of this carpet, which I imagine you've already cleaned.
Yeah?
The suction of the Cleanrite is fantastic. and you'll be amazed the amount of dirt it'll pick up.
You won't get any dirt out of that rug.
Oh, yes, I shall.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that all the carpet you're going to clean?
It's enough. Now to remove the dust bag.
Oh.
There. Would you please observe?
Hey, it's not possible.
Slithering jellyfish, there's more dirt there than in the bathtub after I've had a bath.
But that can't be right. My wife cleans that carpet once or twice a week at least.
Then you will understand why your old cleaner is obsolete. Would you care to sign here, right here on the dotted line?
Well, I suppose I... have you got a pen?
Gee, Dad, no, don't sign it.
Yeah, but Ashley, I mean, look, you saw for yourself this is the most powerful cleaner I've ever seen. How much is it?
Dad, remember what you said?
Yes, I know, Ashley, but look, if our house is that dirty, think of all the germs and unhealthy microbes that live in all that dust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll tip it all out onto my little white cloth so you can see it better. There.
Wow.
Now look at that. 2 big hills of dirt.
Hey, there's gold in them there hills.
What do you mean gold? Hey, what's this? It's a cufflink. A gold cufflink.
Gold
It's got initials engraved on it. Wait a minute. JGW. J.G. Wilmot. You picked this up next door.
I really don't know how it got there.
Not 5 minutes ago, you showed me a clean, new, empty bag.
Yes,
You switched bags, that's what you did. I'll bet I know who put you up to it. You get out of here at once. Out!
Very well, Mr. Dutton. I'll go just as soon as I pack up my clean right.
If you're not out of here in 2 seconds flat, you'll get more than a clean right. You'll get a dirty left.
Well, if that doesn't hasten the salesman on his way, nothing will. And speaking of hastening people on their way reminds me of something. I know that many young people starting work this month have their hearts set on a trip abroad. No doubt they'll be grateful for any hints that will give them the trip closer. Only today I was speaking to a friend of mine with a small office staff, and he told me that within the past 6 months, 2 of his typists had gone holidaying abroad. He told me that every payday they visited the Commonwealth Savings Bank as soon as they got their pay. Now that is one of the most important things about saving. To save first, to visit the Commonwealth Savings Bank as soon as possible after you get your pay. If you wait until later in the week, your money just dwindles away. All you young people today have the world at your feet. You have so much to save for. So don't forget, open a Commonwealth Savings Bank account next payday, and from then on, week by week, Bank Commonwealth.
Oh, what a relief it is to be home. Janie, dump all the packages on the kitchen table.
Oh, I've never seen the shops more crowded on a Saturday. Poor Mrs. Wilmot, still at the village.
Dexter! Ashley, where are you?
Oh, coming, dear.
Oh, hi, girls.
Get all your shopping done?
Yes. Did you get all your vacuuming done?
Oh, it was quite a chore, but we got it all done.
And for your interest, Jessie, I did not get caught by that smooth-talking salesman.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't, because I like my old vacuum cleaner. But, you know, I thought you'd be a dead duck when he called.
Ah, not me, but Jonathan Wilmot's going to be a dead duck when I see him.
Why?
He played a horrible trick on us, Jessie. He got the salesman to switch dust bags on his vacuum cleaner and make out our carpet was full of dirt.
Yes, after we'd cleaned it ourselves.
Oh, my goodness.
Jonathan thought the dirt would convince me to buy a new cleaner. What a filthy trick. I'll guarantee he was too mean to buy a cleaner himself.
Yes, Jonathan isn't very free with his money.
Free with his money? Even the best vacuum cleaner in the world couldn't drag the dust from any cash in his pocket.
Hi there, Duttons. May I come in?
Oh, you ought to be ashamed to show your face within miles of this house.
Why, Dexter? What's biting you?
What's biting me is 2 big heaps of dust I made the salesman take away. And if you're not careful, and if they were still here, I'd make you bite that dust.
How did you find out it was a gag, eh?
Because Ashley and I found your cufflink in the dust, that's how. Your initials are on the link, JGW.
Oh, no. Of all times for it to turn up, it had to be at the wrong time.
JGW might stand for Jonathan George Wilmot, but I know what it should stand for. Jolly Great Well Blubber.
Dexter, is that nice?
Well, is it nice what he did to me?
Jessie, dear, may I come in?
Come right in and join the happy gang.
Thank you. Oh, so you're here, Jonathan. I hope you did the work that I told you to do.
Yes, Katie, but one thing I didn't do was sign my name on the dotted line when your salesman called.
I know you didn't, and on account of I met Mr. Chumley on my way home just now, and I signed my name on the dotted line.
You what?
No, don't upset yourself, Jonathan. I would never have done anything so hastily without your permission, except for one thing.
Except for what thing?
Mr. Chumley showed me a great bag of dirt that definitely came from our carpets.
What is it?
What did I say?
When JG takes stock of himself, he realized that he didn't come out of that situation as well as he might. And at this time of the year, no doubt most of us are also taking stock of ourselves. We think of the year that has just passed and wonder what the new year has in store. At the same time, we make all sorts of New Year resolutions because we all want to profit from past mistakes and do better in the future. And this brings me to a couple of questions I'd like you to ask yourself. How much better off financially are you now than you were 12 months ago? And the second and more important question is, do you want to be better off at the end of this year than you are now? If you do, then the only way to do it is to resolve now to open a Commonwealth Savings Bank account next payday. You'll be very agreeably surprised if you save something in the Commonwealth Savings Bank every payday during this year. We all have so much to save for, our own peace of mind, the welfare of our loved ones, for holidays, and many other things that will make life more enjoyable. So get that Commonwealth Savings Bank account open this payday, and from then on, week by week, Bank Commonwealth.
If money can buy it, saving will get it. So Bank Commonwealth now.
For a car or a bike or just a rainy day.
Be sure to save the friendly Commonwealth way.
So listen to this advice and
Start right today to Bank Commonwealth. Save Commonwealth Bank Commonwealth now.
Life with Dex is produced by Noel Judd and written by Willie Fennell. And this is John Dunn inviting you to enjoy Life with Dex at the same time next week from this station. And remember, you'll always enjoy life with a Commonwealth Savings Bank account.